My biggest thing is I'm into this idea of inspiring the transcendent experience of awe and engaging the imagination and enhancing well-being. What makes us respond to beauty in nature and in art, and what gives us that transcendent experience of awe. What triggers the imagination, and what makes us feel, blissed out, what makes us feel good.
Anandala is inhabited by artificial life entities called blorts. Each shape-shifting blort is unique and has complex emergent behavior. Blorts express themselves and interact with visitors and each other through their movement, changing color textures, and their own musical language.
Ultimately, I'm, always trying to create systems of perpetual novelty. And, that might be an impossible task. It might be like perpetual motion or whatever. It might be this elusive concept, but nonetheless, I'm always trying to find the thing, what will make this continue to be engaging and continue to defeat the mind's ability. Once we kind of identify things, we categorize them, we kind of adapt to anything we are exposed to. And so once we adapt, it kind of gets pushed out of our focus of attention. It's not an emulation of life as we know it. It's what would life be like if it was, created, engineered to live in a virtual world, like with those constraints and without the constraints of our physical world. I think that hopefully comes across in it because it's the driving force behind the philosophy behind the behavior system is what would life be like, or what is life like, without the struggle to survive, without conflict, competition, or suffering, and where creative self-expression, social interaction, and curiosity are the central driving parameters or motivations for behavior. The blorts are aware of themselves, they're aware of the other blorts, they're aware of you when you come into the world, and they're aware of their environment. And now this type of awareness is certainly not comparable to the complexity of the awareness we have. Their senses are very simplified. It's again this idea of what is the minimum viable version of consciousness. So I thought, well, what happens if you make creatures, if you just engineer creatures that don't need all of those other explicitly motivated behaviors? There is no struggle to survive. There is no conflict or suffering. They're just creative, expressive. They live to entertain each other and you. I like to think of them, they're sort of designed with this idea of being healing for humans. That they're there to provide you with entertainment and talk to you. They have their own language. It's a real language that it's not symbolic in the way our language is. It's more like whale song or bird song, in that it's expressive and emotive. People really engage with it they're blown away in 5 minutes. If they get 3 minutes, they're thrilled. If they get 10 minutes. And then there are people, if they just come over and they're hanging out, they'll spend an hour or two in there. It creates an environment in which people they become very mindful, they become very present. And spatial presence, I've found, is related to, and maybe the gateway to, existential presence, which is when we have that experience of being connected to the whole universe, the experience of complete transcendence, of being one with the universe.